Yep.
Okay, it is 5:20 on, it's 5:20 on April 5th, 2020. And I'm sorry?
6.
Oh, and I'd like to call the Board of Health Douglas Board of Health meeting to order. First order of business, we have, I think I have it.
COVID-19.
COVID-19, yes.
So, Agnieszka, do you want to update us on yours?
Yes, so far we have 16 confirmed cases in Douglas.
16.
Yes. Probably there is more cases, but this is what I'm aware of, because there is a hard time to get the information from other states. Like I had people being tested in Rhode Island, and the results never were posted on the state website. So I have no access to those results, but confirmed tested in Massachusetts, 16 cases.
Hi, Anishka, by the way. I said your name right.
Yes.
Thank you.
And so I'm able to contact all of them. I was able to contact all of them. I was able to notify the close contacts because the rule has changed a little bit. Until last Friday, we were looking for contacts, people who had a contact with the sick person when he had symptoms. Only when he had symptoms. Now CDC wants us to investigate everyone who had a contact with the confirmed case 48 hours before they showed any symptoms. So we have to go 48 hours back now. It has changed last Friday. So who knows how many cases because of that were missed.
Sure.
It was the requirements and has changed last Friday. So we have to go 2 days earlier now. So right now, everything is covered and we are doing okay. You know, I have a team ready to help, Kristen and other girls from the town. So I know they are willing and they will do everything to help me when I need it. So but right now, everything under control on my side, at least.
Great.
Do we know the condition of those 16 cases?
I know that there are some being hospitalized, but no one on a ventilator, according to my knowledge. Just oxygen and like maybe some IV treatments for GI problems. So just for the hydration, really. But according to my knowledge, as of this today, there was no one on a ventilator, which is a good thing. Most of them recover at home.
How are we doing with PPE?
We don't use it as much, like we as a Board of Health, and if we have some saved, but this is more like for first responders when they will need, because they are first contact with sick people. As a Board of Health, we don't have a like direct contact right now, at least right now, with the sick people. But we are saving for when we really need it.
Is the town building, municipal building, being sanitized, or does it?
It was.
Does it get sanitized?
Yep.
It was.
Yep. I don't know how often they're doing it, but we all clean our own offices, and they did have professional cleaner. I don't know how often they're coming. Are you done, Agnieszka?
Is there anything else?
Yes, I can add.
So I sent you all, I think I sent you all the requests that we had made for the second round of funding. And we had requested a little over 16,000, I believe. Well, we got 3,500. So
16,000, 3,500?
We got 3,500.
Well,
the first round we got 4,000. The second round we got 3,500.
Well, how do we fare with surrounding towns?
That's a very good question, because I noticed that Oxford got 10,000.
Wow.
So I got to find out. I mean, not everybody got that much, but I don't know what I don't know. So I'm going to look into that.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe it has something. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, because I'm thinking because they joined other towns.
No, they were
share
down
more-
as the individual towns though. They were in our group.
Uxbridge.
Yeah.
But they
I'll
also
send-
have Home Depot, they have the market, Market Basket, they have places like that we
Maybe.
don't.
Yeah, I'm
That
not
could be an
sure.
issue there, yeah.
They have more people than us. They're a bigger town too.
Right, population, right.
Yes. More
So-
business. Higher risk town.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can send you all what the email. I'll forward you the email
Okay.
that I got. The other thing I want to talk about is I got a call from a resident about some of the restaurants downtown not wearing masks.
Oh,
And I did call on that, and it's not a required
right,
it's not something that's required right now.
right.
If they're sick or have any symptoms of anything, they should be wearing a mask.
They should
But-
not be there.
The state is not saying that we have to, it's not enforced right now.
I don't know if that's good or bad, because, you could be asymptomatic and not know, and you could be giving off the virus.
Mm.
That's an issue.
Yeah. And then the campgrounds. I know I talked to Bob about this
Oh,
this
yeah.
morning. King's Campground requested to open. They're also in Sutton. Sutton is allowing them to open, and they are listed under essential places
Because they're housing?
because they have people that live there half the year. They leave their winter homes and come here for the summer, so they would be homeless. So we did go along with Sutton and authorize them to open, but there's very strict rules about socializing, and there's nothing public open there. There's no restrooms, there's no gatherings. The people that come from out of state will be quarantined for 14 days in their trailers.
Mm.
So it's going to be, no beaches will be open. They're going to practice social distancing. And
Now, that can be, because it's privately owned, they can make their own, more or less, make their own rules and make the people make sure that they follow the
Yeah.
proper procedures.
and she's very strict. So
She is, yeah,
yeah.
I know she is, yeah.
Yep.
That helps.
Okay. Well, I suggested that we follow their lead.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have any opinion on that? No?
No.
Okay. Guess that's it.
Bob, before we
Okay.
leave COVID-19, this is Dick.
Yep.
I have
Yes,
forwarded
yeah, Dick.
a draft of a memo that Matt has written on behalf of the Board of Selectmen. It's a draft and he's very sensitive about it, but if you have comments about it, send them to Matt.
Okay.
All right. What does it pertain to?
It's a multi-page memo about how the town is doing relative to handling sick people.
Okay. Is it a positive or a negative?
Good question.
Good
I think it
question.
was more just informational.
More informational?
Yeah, I've already read it. Yeah, it was just informational.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just sort of an update to residents, I think.
Mhm.
It wasn't really about number of cases or anything. It was more about procedures and what the townspeople are doing, or what the people that are running the show are doing.
Are we involved in that at all? Are we a part of that memo? Or?
Agnes gets mentioned several times.
We were mentioned?
Agnesia was.
Oh, Agnesia, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody will know me by first name by the end of this.
Agnieszka, right?
Yes.
Literally.
Yes. It's a beautiful name. I love the name. I just want to be able to pronounce it properly.
You're doing great.
Okay, are we ready to move ahead?
Yep.
Okay, we have next order of business. If I could find my glasses.
Sanitation fees.
Okay, yeah, sanitation fees. Thank you.
So right now, Jim Malley had put together some fees, and we've kind of just kept it all along with the new people that have taken over. And one of them was extending soils. So when someone does a perk test and then the soil results, they last for 2 years, and then they have to be extended every 2 years. And what's happening is if people don't build right away, or they have a lot and they don't sell it for a while, and say it's 10 years, they have to extend the soils. So the first soil, say, was done in 2000, that would only last till 2002. And then they have to pay $100 every 2 years up to the current date. So the last one I got was $1,100. It's for this, and also he goes out there and he reviews or looks at the land and makes sure nothing's changed, and then usually okays it if nothing's changed, that they can use the same soil results. But he's doing the same test, regardless if it's been 15 years or 2 years. So he feels like it should only be the $100 no matter how long they wait.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really does make sense.
So it's 100, he gets paid 100, and there's right now no administration fee for the town. So I don't know if you want to up it to 125, 150, whatever you feel.
I think we should. I think we should get something out of it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's still, cap it off and it's reasonable that way. Yeah.
Right. So it'd be 100 and whatever.
Right. 100 and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. If
Say
it's 50.
150. Yeah, 50.
Do you want to vote on that?
Sure. Do I have a motion to, or is there any more discussion? Is there any more discussion? Okay, do I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Okay, motion
Second.
is,
Dick seconded it.
okay, what's the motion? The motion
Don't
is for,
To increase, to increase the soil extension fee to $150 regardless of the time frame.
yeah.
Yeah. That's fine.
Does that sound good, Corey?
Yep. Yep, that
Okay,
sounds good.
okay, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Bye.
Aye.
The motion pass. Okay, next on the agenda, we have health agent update.
Oh, no, vote. Oh,
Nope.
did you get, oh, I have a revised agenda. I don't think you got it. I don't
Okay,
know.
go ahead, Kristen.
It's to vote to approve a Board of Health member to approve the vouchers and payroll
Okay,
during this whole mess.
yeah.
Because
yeah.
Corey right now is our designated signer,
Right.
but we should have a second up for Corey. in case
Well,
it
I
changes.
can do it. I can be the second up.
Okay,
If you
So-
can't make it, Corey, just let me know,
Is there somebody that's going to the town hall?
Yeah,
it
you
means
have
going to
to,
the town hall, yeah. I don't know how to do it.
you'd have to have a mask. You'd have to, go in
Are any
and,
board members doing that? Are any board members going to the town hall right now?
Once a while, like every couple of
Okay.
days.
Yeah, there's board members in and out. Not a lot because it's
Yeah,
locked down,
yeah.
but
that's more or less why I wondered if they were sanitizing the building properly.
yeah, they do
because
sanitize it.
If
Yeah.
you do have to go in, like for something like that, there's really no other way. You have to sign the vouchers, so
Right. I don't know how else to do it.
there's no other way to do it.
Mail them?
Mail all the
okay.
bills. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I
Mail
can
them
do.
out, mail them back.
Yeah.
I'll drop them back in the box.
I mean, if you want to drive there,
I wouldn't mind.
I can bring them to your
No,
car too.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind going in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I can bring them to you too.
I mean, I would go in.
Yeah.
As long as Aniska could give me some masks to make sure that I'm okay.
Yeah,
We have
can
masks
send
and
them.
gloves. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I have no problem with doing that.
Yeah. Okay. So should we
Is that
vote
okay, Corey?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
We should have a second up anyways, just in case Corey's on vacation or like during the summer.
Yeah.
Can we
Right.
vote on?
I'm not sure we need a vote, do we? Because we're talking about the chair and the vice chair. And that they should have signature authority.
That's true.
for it.
Yeah.
Can we
Okay,
vote
so
just
we
in-
don't.
You
Can we
agree with
vote
that?
just in case?
We
I don't know if
can. It's not going to hurt
just in
anything.
case. I hate to have them not. let
Yeah.
us do it.
Yeah. Okay, so do we have a motion for that?
Or I'll make a motion that we have a
Backup?
in to sign the vouchers and payroll.
Okay.
that being-
Okay.
Okay, the motion has been made. Any second?
I'll second it.
Okay, the motion's been seconded. All in
Before we
favor?
get there- Before we get there, what was the motion? I wasn't clear on that.
Okay, again,
Talking about
Corey?
Signature authority for the chair and vice chair?
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, the motion was second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Hi.
Okay, the motion passed.
Good. Excellent. Thank you.
Okay, and now we have, do we, Kristen, have health
Yes, we do.
agent update?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So, last week I emailed Ray actually last week Mark heard back from the homeowners of Sunset. And
Oh, yes.
yeah, and they did say that they have been cooking chicken and selling it from their basement. So he's handing off all of that to me. I was wondering if you guys think I should just call them and talk to them or just send them letters and keep it formal.
Have you been inside?
No.
You haven't. They're still cooking?
I'm not sure exactly how the conversation went with Mark, but he did say that I was going to be in touch with them. So I'm hoping that they did stop for now.
Okay, maybe we should investigate that. What do you think?
I was just
pay
wondering
them
if
a
you guys think
visit?
I should
Should we-
just call them and talk to them and tell them all the reasons why they can't do this, or if I should send them a letter with all the citations for everything.
I think a letter.
Okay.
I think you can send them a letter. That way it's in writing and just say due to the evidence provided by Douglas Fire Department or whoever that was,
Okay. Because I asked Ray just to make sure that I get all of the violations, so I can make that tonight and send it to Kristen.
Right. It was apparent that there was multiple violations happening at once.
Yep. The letter we sent, I just checked the two letters we sent for 287 South Street and 291 South Street. They both look a lot better. And I didn't see any rats when I was down there, and the trash looks better. Either cleared or like there was some brush, and I'm sure they're just gonna burn it soon once they can. So that looked okay. I emailed the heavy content woman again for Arnold Street, and then for Linden Street, I've just been working with both the homeowner and the tenant to try to get some resolution. But the homeowner was kind of like having some difficulties now because of COVID-19, like getting like an exterminator or like a heating person who installed the heating unit. He can't get them to come out now because they were told they're not essential employees.
Heating?
Yeah, which I thought was confusing, and I'll look into that.
That doesn't
but
make sense. That doesn't make sense.
That's what I thought.
I just had it. I just had my oil burner tune up today because, and they've been working. These guys are working every day.
Okay.
So that doesn't sound right.
He asked for like the specific person who installed it like 10 years ago. So
You're talking about the pellet stove, is that it?
Yeah.
But that's not a central heating unit. That's not sufficient to heat. I haven't even seen the place, but I can tell you right now that every residence has to have what do I want to say? It has to have central heating system, and that's not a central heating system. That's just a backup or an addition.
The house is like small enough where I think they technically could get away with it if it reached all the heating requirements, but it's not right now.
But it's not.
Yeah. So he's just questioning it because for the past 7 years with different tenants, it hasn't been an issue. So he kind of just wants to make sure that he wants to have that person who installed it come out to make sure it is actually operating correctly,
Well, that he should do that anyway. That should be done on a yearly basis, but.
Is it hooked up to a thermostat?
No.
It's just on or off?
Well, it has a built-in thermostat, but that's not really. It's not accurate.
This particular one?
No, I'm saying in general, those pellet stoves.
Mine doesn't.
Huh?
Mine doesn't have a thermostat. I don't use it.
Some of them do now. Some of them do, but even if they do, they're really not that accurate. Because all the heat is right there at the stove, and the thermostat is right a part of the unit. You know what I'm saying?
Some you can wire it. Like my father's.
You can wire it out. Yeah, you can wire it out. But I'm sure they didn't do that.
No.
I doubt
it is a wood pellet stove, so Corey, it kind of just turns off once it runs out.
Yeah. Oh. Well, you know what that tells me too is, I mean, if it does have some sort of a thermostat on it and it runs till it runs out, that means it's not reaching its temperature.
Right. Just one.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to get them to communicate to each other right now, and it's going better.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. Do you think that we should probably have our food agent, what do we want to call?
The food inspector? Yeah, Ray.
Yeah, Ray, take a look at that house?
I don't think so.
No?
No, because you said you were going to come with me, and you know a little bit more about plumbing, but
yeah,
I think it'll be okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you be the judge.
Okay.
Okay. As long as they're complying, as long as they're trying to do so. I mean, they're out of business, right?
Who's that?
This chicken.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure because I hadn't talked to them because I wanted to make sure I had all the information before I talked to them.
Oh, okay. So when were you planning to talk to them?
I'll call them tomorrow. I just wanted to talk to the board first and see if I should just call them and that be it, or if I should call and also send the letter.
I would do both, yeah. Corey mentioned the letter. I think that's a good idea.
Okay. Did they respond to Mark's letter yet?
Yeah, they talked to him.
Are they going to stop or?
That's what I'm not sure, but they did admit that they were cooking. So I'm just not exactly sure what he said, but he said to stop because it's a zoning violation and everything, but.
If they're going to stop anyways.
Yeah, it's a health violation.
Yeah.
It's a health violation.
Right.
I would follow the letter.
It should.
Anyway.
I'll see Mark tomorrow.
That's why I'm saying.
Does he come in?
So well, we'll see what happens then tomorrow.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Anything else on that?
Nope.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, is this open session? Is that
I won't-
correct?
Yeah,
Yeah, Bob, before we leave,
Yep.
we had a letter dated February 12th from Jim McQuaid, Mass DEP, Central Mass, and Kristen
Matt-
reached out to
What
someone.
is it, Mass DEP?
Yes. And Kristen reached out to someone about the content of the memo and bringing us in conformance with it. And we're supposed to report back to Jim. And I'm wondering if anything ever happened.
Oh, well,
I
a lot of things
believe-
have happened since that
I know.
time.
I have
I
to go
don't
back
know.
and look at the email, but I did let them know that what they were looking for would happen at the next testing.
Yes.
Um,
We don't know if March happened, do we, because of COVID-19?
right. I don't.
So it seems like this guy you reached out to, we should, if we can hire, we should hire him to,
Well, that's kind of put off at the moment. I
yeah,
have to, I don't know, yeah. I will have to get a hold of him because I had emailed him. He was supposed to come to our last real Board of Health meeting. And I had emailed him to see maybe he could just talk to Bob or Corey or someone.
right.
But I had not heard back from him, so I don't know what happened. He's not usually like that. So I don't know.
Okay.
I
We still have his number.
Oh, yeah.
We can still contact him though. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So
I don't
yeah,
know if he's
everything's
doing
kind of in flux
inspections.
right now.
Yeah. I don't know what's happening with his business right now.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I understand. I just don't want this to fall through the cracks.
Dick, did you speak to
No, that's right. That's, glad you brought it up.
did you speak to the water testing company or no?
I
Or the
did
well?
not. No,
You
not
didn't?
not about these tests, no.
What about like the extra testing they wanted? No?
Jim McQuaid wants us to do the March test.
Yeah, did he want things added to it, didn't he?
He had some concerns about one of the tests that was being done, and he had a couple of other issues, which somebody who was technically smart would buzz right through.
Had you talked to them about doing that extra testing or whatever?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, just to touch base on the transfer station. Are we doing okay with protective PPE up there?
They have masks and gloves and they shouldn't be coming in contact with anybody. They don't have to sell
They do?
stickers. And
Right.
what
Okay,
Bert
but
is
they do
now,
have, how about sanitizer?
yeah, Adam's
Yeah, they have that.
supposed to brought
Okay.
some sanitizing stuff over, yeah. Bert has
Okay.
been filling in. So once he maxes out his
Right.
hours for the senior tax, he'll start getting paid for this.
Okay, okay. Are we advertising at all for additional?
No, I think they're
Help or
coming
no?
back. I think they're just out temporarily.
They are.
Yeah. And Ken
Yeah,
should be coming
okay.
back too as a senior tax person.
Okay, right. Okay, so we're sufficient up there.
We should be, yeah. Hopefully Ken's coming
Okay.
back soon. Yeah.
Okay. All good. Anybody else have anything?
Nope. Nothing.
No? Okay. Well, I guess we move to adjourn. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the meeting is adjourned.